Hello. I am here to talk on defense of my friend and his channel's termination that recently occurred. So, recently my friend had his channel completely terminated from the YouTube platform, and you may ask yourself, well, why did he in fact get his YouTube channel completely terminated? Well, according to YouTube, my friend here had violated its harassment policy and guidelines. Now, this isn't unheard of. If you violate any kind of harassment or policy guideline on any social media platform, you're going to end with some form of punishment or consequence. This is not unheard of. But what warranted this termination by YouTube? Well, we don't exactly know. And that's what I'm here to talk about, is why this is a completely inappropriate action on YouTube's part for terminating this channel that they had no right terminating, at least in my opinion, without further warning or strikes or anything. Anyway, I'm going to get into the details now, but before we get into the details, I'm going to go over YouTube's community guidelines strikes basics. So, within the community guidelines, they state that whenever, you get a strike, it's probably from warnings beforehand. So, what would happen before is you get a warning, and when you get that warning, it's like, you made a mistake, you didn't follow the guidelines, and the warning will expire after 90 days, and for that to expire, you have to take the policy training, which is like a thing you have to do, and then the 90 days after from the policy is completed, the warning will disappear. If you get two warnings within 90 days, or I guess if you didn't do the training or whatever, you get a strike. So first strike is like you can't, won't be allowed to do uploads of videos or live streams, schedule live streams, or blah, blah, basically do anything on the platform for 90 days, I think. No, for the first week, sorry. But the strike will remain on the channel for 90 days. And within those 90 days, if you get another strike, you'll end up at a second strike. And then on the third strike, your channel will be completely removed. Okay, so this math makes sense, right? So how it works is warning, 2 warnings equals strike, warning, 2 warnings equals second strike, blah, blah, until you get to the third strike and your channel's removed. So, I'm here to clarify on what has happened so far and why we are completely lost as to why this channel has been terminated. So, I'm going to give you a little background to the videos that may have contributed to this, may have not, we don't know. But my friend Derfla basically had 3 warnings in his past. For the 12 plus years that he's had his channel, he has received 3 warnings. The video 1 was called Lunchtime 2. It was like him and his friends in high school doing some cringy freshman stuff. For that warning, YouTube stated that they found harassment and that the content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their intrinsic attributes isn't allowed on YouTube. This includes, but is not limited to, content that uploads with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. So our best guess was, with them all being minors in high school, then like everything goes is like a derogatory towards a minor, because if they joke about something and they're minors, then I guess it is towards a minor. There was a second video, Lunchtime 2 with a space. We talked about it. That we don't know if that was a re-upload of it after Lunchtime 2 got taken down, but either way, there was a second one and it got warning, and both of these videos got taken down, right? They were uploaded 8 years ago, so you can't recall a whole lot of information about them, like regarding the difference between both of them, but either way, we know the contents of the video, and it was just, silly freshman cringe stuff that was like not bad at all. And then the second video, Graduation, was a video where Derfla had edited his friends into an image, played pomp and circumstance, and then like 30 seconds in, there was like a bunch of green screen effects that caused like the shootings and guns and explosions and like T-Rexes coming in. Like those old movie effects that you would like do on like your dog, where you'd send like the boulder crashing in on top of them and stuff. Like those kind of green screen effects. So YouTube decided that this is also harassment, stating the content that contains targeted harassment isn't allowed on YouTube. So this includes, not limited to, threats, simulated violence, wishes for death or serious injury, and revealing and mocking the death or serious injury of an identifiable individual. So I guess YouTube thought that he made this edit of his friends mocking that he wanted them to die and explode and get attacked by a T-Rex and a gorilla. So sure, okay. So in the end, Derfla received a warning for these videos and they were promptly taken down. Okay, so that's 3 videos, right? Warned, 3 warnings, 1 for each video, all taken down. So let's say, like, albeit hyperbolic, like, this is, like, for me at least, in my opinion, let's give YouTube the benefit of the doubt and say that all those 3 videos had harassment in them, okay? So, according to YouTube's strike system, which we just went over earlier, if you get 2 warnings, you receive a strike, and then if you get, 3 strikes, your channel's gone, as we went over earlier in the math. And, you just have to do the training to get rid of the warning and wait between time. And, we did the whole math a second ago. But let's just say Derfla had indeed been warned, not taken the training, and had his videos containing harassment. At this point in time, Derfla would have a strike and a half by the math. So 3 warnings. If he didn't do the training, which he did, he would have 2 warnings add up to a strike, and then he'd have another warning. Okay. And then, even if you round up that warning, it'd be 2 strikes, right? So that's what we'd be at if that were the case. Now, I'm going to get into what has actually happened. So Derfla here has gotten 3 warnings. 1 warning for lunchtime, 1 warning for lunchtime, and then 1 for graduation. Lunchtime 2 happened in February, and the other lunchtime 2 also happened in February. Derfla had completed the training for this, so his warning should have expired as soon as he completed the training, which was at the latest February 25th or 26th. Derfla had received another warning on the graduation video in April, right? In April 6th. 11 minutes after that, his channel had been completely terminated. I want you to do the math there. 3 warnings, channel terminated. No strikes. This channel has received no strikes. We have both gone through the entirety of his email. We have looked and gathered in his YouTube career. There is no strikes that Derfla has ever received. So YouTube has bypassed their own system and just completely terminated my friend's channel over 3 warnings. The only explanation we got for this was an email from YouTube after they terminated his channel saying, "Hi Derfla, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our harassment policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform. But if you believe we made the wrong call, you could appeal this decision. You'll find more information about the policy in question and how to submit an appeal below." That was all that was given to us after 3 warnings. And the videos were taken down. There's been no strikes. And the whole channel has been removed. 12 plus years of my friend's work just removed off the platform. Now, Derfla appealed this, of course, because what did he do? Because he doesn't even know what he did wrong. So the appeal was not only confusing, but he was hoping that he would get his channel back. But this appeal was denied. He also tried to contact them on Twitter, when you @ Team YouTube on Twitter to hope that you can get your channel back and maybe appealed. And they simply doubled down, stating that they heard back and confirming the channel will remain terminated for violating harassment and cyberbullying policies. No explanation why. Again, that's all they said. This is quite frustrating for my friend and I, not just because Derfla's channel was taken down without any strikes given out, but because of the insane lack of explanation. Team YouTube has just gone and just taken it all out, and they won't give us an explanation why. To top it all off, they took down his secondary channel too, his Derfla VODs. Those VODs were containing a lot of fighting game streams. So a lot of fighting game tournaments that Derfla would stream for us were on there. There were some games that I participated in, the streams that I looked back on to review my fighting game gameplay and learn from it, and now those are all gone. And the only reason that it was removed because they said it was also harassment and was connected to Derfla as well. This last part is for Team YouTube itself, if you're listening, and for everybody else, if you can just spread the word about this, because I think this is just a severe injustice to my friend. I feel like you owe my friend an explanation on why you have taken the actions that you have. If you're going to take down someone's channel, bypass your own system that you've created, and go straight for the execution of the channel, then my friend absolutely deserves to hear exactly why you think his content was so harmful that his channel needed to be taken down so quickly. At most, I would want his channel reinstated and for you to apologize, but at least I want an explanation for why. Because this is 12 plus years of a man's work that he dedicated to just removed. Those videos might have been silly. They might have been edited. They're his, and you've just gone and taken that and his VOD channel all away from him and doubled down and told him that he's harassing people. So, in conclusion, please go support my friend on Twitter at dirtflow1234. I'll put links in the description, and please share this video around to get word out. If nothing else comes of this, I at least wanted to give a true and rightful defense for my friend. He's truly devastated that he has lost his channel without proper explanation to reasons he doesn't know. So, thank you guys.